soldiers and colonial farmers in Massachusetts is about to arrive. And with it, everything changes. Let's return now to that moment to the courthouse.
You know, ma'am? You know what's happening here? Why not? Does anybody know what's happening here?
Declaration.
What? Of what? Of what?
Independence.
From whom?
The British.
From the king?
The king.
Treason.
So be it.
Treason.
So be it.
Good people of Charlottetown, word has come down from Boston. Blood has been shed. The king's troops have fired upon our fellow countrymen.
No.
Yes.
No.
In my hand, I hold a dispatch from the colony of Massachusetts Bay. Within it is a true and sober account of a most grievous affair. Blood has been spilled in the towns of Lexington and Concord. This account comes from Waterford on the 20th of April. To all friends of American liberty, be it known that this morning before the break of day, a brigade consisting of about 1,000 to 1,200 men landed at Phipps Farm in Cambridge. They marched on to Lexington, where they found a company of our colonial militia in arms, upon whom they fired without provocation and killed 6 men and wounded 4 more. This is a true attestation to those events, ladies and gentlemen.
This is an outrage.
An outrage.
Good people. Good people. The hour is upon us. The king's forsaken his duty to protect his subjects.
Huzzah!
He has no shame. He spilled the blood of our Americans on our own soil.
Something has to be done.
Aye, we must. We must consider what's best for our own survival, our own well-being. Yes, ma'am. We have feared that such a day was going to pass. That day is here. It's here. Perhaps this is the time. The time to sever our allegiance with the ground.
Yes. You speak of treason. It's treason what it says.
It's time for us to protect ourselves and our others. The king's not protecting us, he spilled our blood.
Here, here.
The delegates appointed a committee to draft a declaration of intent. This declaration, expressed in 5 resolutions, was submitted to the delegates at 2 o'clock in the morning. The full delegation discussed, deliberated, and considered the inherent dangers of this action. Finally, by unanimous consent, they ratified this declaration at noon on this day, the 20th of May. Let us now hear the words of freedom shall ring throughout the land.
Citizens of Charlottetown and Mecklenburg County, assemble! Citizens of Charlottetown and Mecklenburg County, assemble! Over the course of the evening, the delegates met, discussed, and deliberated the matter of where and when to declare our intent to declare our freedom. I hold in my hand a series of resolves to that effect. And this begins the first of our public readings. Resolve that whosoever directly or indirectly abetted or in any way, form, or manner countenance the uncharted and dangerous invasion of our rights as claimed by Great Britain is an enemy to this county, to America, and to the inherent and inalienable rights of man. Resolve that we, the citizens of Mecklenburg County, do hereby dissolve the political bands which have connected us to the mother country, and hereby absolve ourselves from all allegiance to the British crown, and abjure all political connection, contract, or association with that nation who have wantonly trampled on our rights and liberties, and inhumanely shed the innocent blood of American patriots at Lexington. Huzzah! That we do hereby declare ourselves a free and independent people, or, and I'm right on to me, a sovereign and self-governing association under the control of no power other than that of our God and the general government of the Congress, to the maintenance of which independence we solemnly pledge to each other our mutual cooperation, our lives, and our most sacred honor. Resolve that as we now acknowledge the existence and control of no law or legal officer, civil or military, within this county, we do hereby ordain and adopt as a rule of life all, each, and every of our former laws, where nevertheless the crown of Great Britain never can be considered as holding rights, privileges, immunities, or authority therein. And resolve that it is also further decreed that all, each, and every military officer in this county is hereby reinstated to his former command and authority, he acting conformably to these regulations, and that every member present on this delegation shall henceforth be a civil officer, a justice of the peace, in the character of a committee man, to issue, process, hear, and determine all matters of controversy according to said adopted laws, and to preserve peace and union and harmony in said county, and to use every exertion to spread the love of country and fire of freedom throughout America.
States government be established in this province. 3 cheers for liberty and freedom. Hip hip huzzah! Hip hip huzzah! Hip hip huzzah!
So it was on May 20th, 1775, that the citizens of Mecklenburg County boldly declared independence more than a year before the Continental Congress. Some may debate the details, but none questioned the courage. They lit a spark, and the fire of liberty spread. 11 days later, on May 31st, the spirit of that declaration was refined into action. The people of Mecklenburg knew that words alone were not enough. They needed structure, they needed order, and they needed to prepare for what lay ahead. And so, the Mecklenburg resolves were adopted. 20 bold statements that severed ties with the British Crown and laid the foundation for self-governance. Today we share just 5 of them, words that echo through time with the same clarity and conviction. Let us hear them now. This day, the committee of this county met and passed the following resolves. Whereas, by an address presented to His Majesty by both Houses of Parliament in February last, the American colonies are declared to be in a state of actual rebellion. We concede that all laws and commissions confirmed by or derived from the authority of the King or Parliament are annulled and vacated, and the former civil constitution of these colonies for the present wholly suspended. To provide in some degree for the exigencies of this county in the present alarming period, we deem it proper and necessary to pass the following resolves.
That all commissions, civil and military, heretofore granted by the Crown to be exercised in these colonies are annulled and void, and the Constitution of each particular colony wholly suspended.
That the Provincial Congress of each province, under the direction of the Great Continental Congress, is invested with all legislative and executive powers within their respective provinces, and that no other legislative or executive power does or can exist at this time in any of these colonies.
As all former laws are now suspended in this province, and the Congress have not yet provided other, we judge it necessary for the better preservation of good order to form certain rules and regulations for the internal government of this country, until laws shall be provided for us by
That these resolves be in full force and virtue until instructions from the Provincial Congress regulating the jurisprudence of the province shall provide otherwise, or the legislative body of Great Britain resigns its unjust and arbitrary pretensions with respect to America. Huzzah!
And finally, the 20th resolve, that the committee appoint Colonel Thomas Hope and Dr. Joseph Kennedy to purchase 300 pounds of powder, 600 pounds of lead, 1,000 flints for the use of the militia of this county, and deposit the same in such place as the committee may hereafter direct. Please turn your attention towards the courthouse.
Go with God, Captain Jack, and tell them this. We are no longer subjects of the British realm. We are free.
to North Carolina and freedom!
Freedom! Liberty!
Tony, you're Colonel. Prime and look. Right about. Hey. Hey, ready. Present. Fire.
Let's go.
Right, ready. Present. Give them hell, boys! Fire. Right, ready. Present. Fire. Come on there. Fire. Right about. Hey. Order, Lord. Fire.
Thank you all so very much. So we bring everything. We bring muskets. We bring cannon fire. We bring the resolves. We bring Captain Jack on a horse. We bring history. I tell you, the MacTech 250 is full of adventure. And we bring you. Thank you so very much for being with us as we remember and celebrate our revolutionary history. Our commemoration is not like over our reenactors, our DAR, SAR, and our musicians will now lead the way to Secular Cemetery. It's the resting place of so many of our veterans, those who have founded our city and county of Charlotte County. They are the ones who settled our community. They took that risk. They signed the Declaration of the Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence. These are things we see on buildings, on churches, on bodies, and churches. We invite you to come along and lay this wreath in their honor and their memory. Thank you again for joining us today, and we will do this again next year. Thank you.